Hey guys, it's Amber and welcome to day 10 of my December daily for 2023. So we are going hybrid again. Lots of photos that I wanted to squeeze in. On a day that we went to Apollo Beach in Florida and went and saw manatees, which was really cool. My original plan was to do like a really big blow up of some of the manatee photos. But I also really wanted an enlargement of this photo of myself at the Siesta Key beach sign. I just can't have it all. It's not a travel album. I'm trying to squeeze all this into a December daily where I'm going to be planning to go to day 31. So I'm trying to be smart about it, squish everything in. And I have some fun ephemera from this one. I can't use all these stickers. I'm going to try to use at least one of these Siesta Key ones. I'm not sure which one. And I bought a manatee viewing center sticker and a patch, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with the patch. So I created this one here. This is going to be an 8 1/4 by 11 inch page. So that makes these 4 1/8 by 5 1/2. And then these are kind of like mini 3x4s. They're not really a true 3x4 because they're 2 3/4 by 4 1/8. But I kind of was going for that look. So these are like 2 by 2 and something. So Stingray, the manatees, my parents. And then this photo, it's hard to see, but this is like a photo of the water. There's like 12 manatees in like just this photo. So I didn't want to like number them or anything, but like I know why they're there. So this will be on the back of this photo. So that's just going to get adhered to the back of that one. And then on the right side of the spread will be this photo here. In between is going to be a little pamphlet that I picked out for the Conservation Center. I'm just going to use like a little page attacher and put that right in here. So you'll still see the beach part. That'll flip in between. And then what I decided to do, because I did have 2 more photos at the beach I wanted to use, I'm just going to make a little pocket here that's like 6 inches wide and tuck the photos behind the sign there. So I just have a photo of myself down closer to the water and a photo of a daiquiri at the beach. Sorry, I'm on it already. So, what I did is I added my journaling here. So sorry. I added my journaling here, and because of like the texture of the water, like there's so much going on in so many different colors here, I created a color block and added my journaling on top of that and like made it, I turned down the opacity so you could still see the texture of the water. I played with different colors. I tried to do like pull out one of these greener tones to help match here, and it just didn't look right. So I ended up pulling out a blue tone because there's a lot of blue like right here and here, and that worked well. So got my little manatee patch here. And it is a little thick, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. So that's going to go right here in the center. So I'm going to use red line tape to adhere that down. And then as far as my number is concerned, I picked out 3 options. So this is a Felicity J number. I think I'm going to try to pop it right here. So that's like a light pink. Let's pull this more center. I had a plain white from Allie a couple years ago. But I think I pulled out this like pink color because my parents are kind of wearing pinks and corals. I think I like that just for a fun, bright pop of color. Against the blues, it also works really well, and it's really flat. So I would probably use one of these chipboard phrases. So I picked Celebrate the Season and then Holiday Memories. So it's not really like a Christmas thing, but if you think of holiday, like vacation, I was kind of thinking of laying it across like that, and that was helping to pull the green around from the bottom right hand corner. None of the other sentiments really worked at all. And then here we had Celebrate the Season. So it's not like it's like manatee season or anything, but nothing else worked. Like these are really all very, very Christmassy. Like I could do all those caramels bright. Joy, Love, and Peace, maybe. But honestly, for the most part, like, it's kind of cute too. I mean, in general, it looks cute. So I originally had planned to maybe staple this in place, but if I use the chipboard, I can put adhesive behind there. And the other thing that I wanted to do, because this is going to be pretty light on embellishments, I haven't had a chance to really dig in deep yet. I thought maybe about putting this December Joys die cut here. Now that I see it, like, with everything together, I'm not sure how much I love that. So I'll pull these out and maybe see if there's anything else that would work. Maybe I could pull out like that craft red December and put like December at the beach or something. Because like, as someone who lives in Pennsylvania, that is not common. So I'm just pulling out. Like, I have Believe in Peace left, and the rest of these are like Christmas lights or nothing like I have that would really work on there. So yeah, I might have to dig a little bit more around in my stash. I have a Joy that could potentially work, but I also want to see what it's going to look like, because I'm probably going to be using photo tabs for the pocket, and I'll show you a way to make this like really nice and clean. I've done it in projects in the past where you punch 2 holes and then cut a slit to make it really nice and clean and even. So let me get started. This should be a nice, quick, easy one. Okay guys, so the very first thing I did was work on my number after I lied. First thing I did was attach my photo to the back of the other one off camera, and then punch the holes, and now I'm getting ready to work on my number as my embellishment. So I'm adding some adhesive to the back of the chipboard here, some double-sided sticky tape, and I'm going to put that right on the number 10 there. It fits perfectly within that space, and then I'm just going to put more back on the same spot again so that it's hidden, since this is a transparent piece, and pop that right there above my little journaling block. Next, I want to use red line tape on my manatee patch. It's pretty thick, so I just used 3 pieces there, kind of skipped all the rest of me peeling all that off because it was kind of hard to get off the patch, and now you can just see me popping that in place. I'm just kind of making sure it sits okay. And now we're getting ready to work on my next enlargement. So I'm just trimming it down to 8 1/4 with my large trimmer here, and then I'm going to show you how I like to create a nice finished look for my pockets. So I grabbed my crocodile, but it was too short for what I wanted to do here, so I'm going to end up making this slightly larger than I originally had planned, and you'll see what I mean shortly. But I'm going to use 1/4 inch holes. Then I realized I need my 4x6 photos first, so I'm going to trim these out, and now we're ready to go. So I'm positioning them where I want them to be on the main photo, and I'm just getting everything lined up, grabbing a slick writer and a ruler to make sure it's straight, and I'm just going to place 2 little dots, and right away I realized my hole punchers for that is just too small. It's not long enough to go as deep as I needed it to. So I'm placing 2 little dots right underneath where the photo will be. And I made sure to hold up the corner so it didn't transfer to the photo because it was still wet. And there you can see I'm going to punch a hole right above or right through that dot I created. So next I'm going to put this on my little magnetic mat here. And that ruler's magnetic, so it's going to hold the photo in place. And I'm lining up the ruler right at the very tip of the bottom of those holes, and I'm kind of moving it around a little bit and getting different angles. You can see I'm trying to like look over it really closely, and I'm just going to connect the bottom of those 2 holes together so you can see the slit. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side on the top, and just getting it into position and doing the same thing and trimming it in place. So in a second here, you'll be able to see it just creates a really nice finished look having the holes on the end. Usually I like to do it with my crocodile, but like I said, it just wouldn't reach how far down into the photo I needed it to be this time. It was slightly not wide enough, so I just used my hole punch to round the edges out a little bit wider, and that was all finished. So that worked out really well. So I just did that twice on either side. And And then I decided to back my photos with a little pattern paper here from Heidi Swap's Set Sail collection. Just a nice sandy colored paper with blue seashells outlined on it. I could have put the photos back to back, but then what's the point in putting, you know, one photo in a pocket? So I'm using here some tabs from, I'm not sure if they were from a main kit this year or if they were from the sticker advent calendar, but either way, I'm pretty sure they're from this year's kit. They're the newer design, white and gold. And one says memories and one says captured. And so now I put them in position in the pocket like they would be if they were tucked in. And I'm using red line tape around the outsides, keeping it kind of snug, but like I don't want it too loose and I don't want it too tight because these need to be able to slide in and out comfortably and easily. Like I don't want the photos to get stuck on any red line tape, but I also don't want them to, like, you know, fall inside. So once this gets connected to the back of the next day's paper, it'll create a pocket inside. So now here I'm showing you how I'm creating a page attacher with graphics acetate and red line tape. So first thing I did is I had just an extra scrap piece that was 12 inches long. I cut it down to the length of the pamphlet, which I think was 8.5 inches tall. And then I trimmed that to 3/4 inches wide. And I'm just double checking that the size was looking good. I'm taking 1/4 inch red line tape, putting it all along the side here, trying to keep it as close to the edge as possible. Trimming that down, just smoothing it out because it was kind of curling a bit. And then I'm just going to peel that off, flip over my pamphlet, and then align it to the back and press it down. Now once it's attached to the pamphlet, I'm just going to trim off the edge a little bit, and then I'm going to grab my hole punch and punch holes. There's plenty of room for the holes, and I did grab my template guide there so I could see because it is clear. And there, I tried to slow it down for you for a second so you could see. Okay, friends, so I am all done here. Got everything attached on this side, which is of course nice and simple. You saw I made my homemade page attacher with red line tape and graphics graphics acetate. There we go. And then this page here, I can't put these in the pocket because I don't have anything to attach to the back of this yet, but I am completely prepped and ready for when I do have a photo or pattern paper on the back. So you saw I added the red line tape that will prevent the photos from going any further down inside the pocket so they don't get lost in there. And then I have adhesive all around all 4 sides for when I attach it to the back of what's coming next. So that is everything. The only thing I can't really find a good spot for is one of these cute stickers that I got. I considered like trying to find some transparency or like vellum. I don't have anything like really beachy that goes. The only thing I have is like doesn't match at all, or have sailboats. But you know, I was thinking about, you know, maybe layering something like this, knowing that this would be here so that I could put, you know, a sticker there or something. I just don't have anywhere else to put it. They're really big for the photo, so you can't attach them to the photo. You know, if they were tiny, I could put them there. And I don't need it to see Siesta Key right there when it says Siesta. And I tried layering some other die cuts on here. I tried the December. I didn't love the December joys. I tried that enlarged joy that I talked about in the beginning of the video. It was here. Again, it's just, the scale is just too large for the space I have on the project. So I'm just going to leave it. And if I find something, I'll add it. Sometimes I find things later on, like a chipboard would work. Right now, like, I'm just struggling to use all of my embellishments. And usually, like, I use tons. So I might have to dig through, like, my travel products and find something that would be better for scale. But anywho, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon, hopefully, for day 11. Bye, friends.